Hi Pisces, this is Amani, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading for March 13th to the 19th, 2017. I am using the Tarot of the Orishas deck, okay? The layout I have here is called the Crux Ansata. I shuffle the cards 10 times. By reducing 10, we get 1, and 1 is the beginning, the starting point without which there would be nothing. This is why this number is related to God, the beginning, and the first cause. The cross represents life, like the Ankh. This life survives on other planes until the time comes to reincarnate. Okay? Alright, without further ado, let's begin with your reading, Pisces. For your starting point, you have the Six of Earth here. Alright? With this, I feel like you are giving someone money, possibly a child. They can need it to go out to school. They can just need it as like for lunch money to go to school with. With this, I feel like you are taking on new positions as well. If you already work, you are taking on an extra position, possibly to pay off your rent, all right, bills, etc. Okay, it is a bit hard right now for you. If it, in some cases, even a little bit of a burden, but you have to do what you have to do in terms of how your income comes in. Okay. With this, you're thinking about going back to school, pursuing another degree as well. Okay, with this, I'm hearing like welfare. All right, so maybe someone is concerned about someone else's welfare as well that needs money in their life right now. Okay, or you're concerned about your own welfare. All right, how you're gonna keep up with the Joneses. Okay, is what I feel like. Okay, with this, I do feel like you move somewhere that you're not sure if you want to stay there, like you just moved, and you're not sure if you're really feeling it that much. You could have moved somewhere that was kind of noisy, or the neighbors blast music, throw bottles all over the place, that kind of thing. You could have a very nosy neighbor as well. All right, so just watch, keep your eyes close on your money, like your wallets and purses and things like that, because I feel like you have been doing that already, doing a good job of doing that. Someone is just eyeing you a little bit too hard. It could also be like a homeless person. All right, I feel like there's a homeless person that is they're like outside of your house or something every day, and it's like you're giving them money. They're asking you for money. It's the same homeless person that you see all the time, and they're asking you for money like every day is what I feel like. Okay, but I know like I feel like Chicago. This could be like a Chicago situation, where like if there's like a block where there's homeless people, they're asking you for money, but it's like aggravating you a little bit too. All right, because I know like here in New York, the homeless people are like on the train, and they ask for money all the time. Like they even use their children as to like if they're pregnant, they come and they ask you for money on the train, like for their kids. They perform for money on the train. Like if they're like a homeless person, they perform for money on the train. They play like ukuleles and like organs. What do you call those things? Organs or something. Yeah, like that. That's what it feels like. If not a homeless situation, it feels like you could be watching somebody like at a performance. They could be performing like live, and they have like they have a can or have something where like your donation, like a donation is what it feels like to me. Okay. What I also feel like is someone is getting open heart surgery with this too, okay? And they need money for surgery, all right? I feel like someone also has like a heart murmur, okay? If some of you are dealing with a heart murmur or someone who has one, all right? With this, I do feel like you have to drink more water. This will help, with what you're feeling in your chest, especially. All right. Also, do more crunches, sit-ups, etc. I'm feeling like cycling, like at the gym. I have like cycling machines that you can ride. All right. That'll help you get some exercise in, especially if you have hectic work days. All right. Whew. All right. So, for your second position, you have what you're waiting on. The Magician, all right? In some cases, this is like the Baba Lorisha, all right? The Magician would be like the Right Awake, okay? But I like Baba Lorisha is really nice, Baba, okay? With this, I do feel like you're trying to make things happen for yourself, all right? You're waiting on something to happen. You're waiting for something to occur so that you can get what you're waiting for, all right? If this is a relationship, you're waiting for someone to open up to you. I feel like you have an inkling that someone is into you, but they're not really saying it. All right, is what it feels like. Also, if you are already in a relationship, I feel like you're trying to figure out if someone's cheating. All right, maybe they're on their phone a lot. Maybe they're texting all day. Maybe they're texting all night long, while even when you two are like in bed together and someone else is texting. So maybe you're trying to figure out someone's cheating. All right, but the way you're trying to look, the way you're trying to play like detective, you're like snooping. You're like going on their Facebook page. You're like looking in their phone. I feel like their phone is open. They don't have a password on it necessarily. If they do, okay, but wow. Unblock me. You know what that is? That's the game. That is a game on like the iPhone or the iPod or whatever, like the iPod Touch. I used to play that, Unblock Me. But this could be a situation where you need to unblock someone, like on Facebook, or you're wanting someone to unblock you on Facebook. They might have blocked you for whatever reasons, maybe harassment or something. I don't know if you were harassing someone or they were harassing you, but I feel like this feels more like you asking them to unblock you. All right, you could have done something to them. You could have like lied, cheated, etc., exposed some shit about them that they didn't want exposed. All right, so they kind of like bitched you out about it. So like now you're asking for forgiveness and you want them to unblock you. You're waiting for that to happen at least. All right. In your third position, you have which is your present. You have the Eight of Fire here. This is like the Eight of Wands. Okay, the Eight of Fire is like success, travel, online communications. All right, like I said, with the online communications could actually be like a phone situation where someone you got blocked on someone's phone, and you blocked someone on yours. With this, I feel like online bullying with this too. All right, someone's being a bully online, or you're bullying someone, like you're getting bullied or you're bullying someone online. But I feel like you're doing this. I feel like you're doing the online bullying, but it's not to the point where like, you know, the other person is going to like do some harm to themselves or anything like that. This feels more verbal to me than anything. I feel like there's a good cause as to what behind this online bullying though. This doesn't, if it's not bullying, then it's you kind of like speaking up on a situation that you really care about, like an activist, like activism. Like that's what it feels like to me. Okay, like standing up for what you believe in. And okay, in terms of whether this have to do with Trump, whether that have to do with some type of like political situation. All right, like talks, like it could be talks on spirituality, it could be talks on like book talks and things like that. But you are very prominent in the online world is what I feel like. Okay, you could actually be very someone that's very important, that people listen to. All right, like a spokesman, or you're listening to one, or you're listening to what they have to say. Okay, it could be a pastor too at your church, if you do go to church, or you know, your special place of worship is what it feels like. Okay, this is you're listening to what this person is telling you about your life. All right. What was that? That was your present. Okay, the fourth position, you have your future. Your future, have the Ten of Air here. All right, this is like the Ten of Air is like just being done. All right, just being done completely, being done with a relationship. This is like backstabbing at its finest. It is a 10. All right, and if you look at the card, all the birds are like basically down right there. Okay, you could have actually found out like something happened here, like with the birds. They all got like, you know, they're all down. And you know what I mean when I say down, you know, something could have happened where someone could have just recently passed, but it's like the way they pass, you know, it caused you some pain is what it feels like to me. Okay, like you can't believe it. All right, and it brought you some kind of sadness, but I feel like you have to heal from it. There's some healing needed here. All right, because I'm looking at the orange sun. I'm thinking about the orange sky, because you know when they say that when people pass, there's an orange sky. Like there's an orange sky, like you see one, like the sky turns orange, some weirdness like that. But with this, I also feel like you're done with relationships right now. I feel like you're done with social media also. You're kind of taking a break from social media, possibly Twitter. If you were dealing with some kind of Twitter abuse, some kind of Facebook abuse, people were telling lies about you. All right. And I feel like you're a very holy, spiritual person too, but people are just being mean. All right, they could be being mean about someone else in your life. It doesn't have to be you. And you've exhausted yourself trying to defend that person and trying to defend you and what you believe in is what I feel like. Okay, with this, I feel like you were tired of standing up for justice here in this case. All right, whether that be for someone else or yourself. Okay. With this, I feel like someone is taking pills, taking some kind of anxiety, depression. All right, so they're dealing with some type of stuff. You know, there could have been a loss, and the way they're trying to heal is through like taking medications that are gonna numb the pain, is what it feels like to me here. Okay. In your fifth position, you have your instincts. You have the outcast, which is like the fool. There's a need to just break away and break free, is what it feels like to me. Okay. Cancun. Maybe someone is considering taking a trip to Cancun. All right, buying tickets, looking into tickets to do it. They're not going alone, even though the person is alone. They could be taking their partner with them. All right, it's just this need to get away from all the craziness that's going on, all the abuse, all the sadness. All right. With this also, I feel like like journeying under the sea. So maybe someone is actually doing like scuba diving. Just make sure that you have all your proper wow, I'm feeling somebody's snorkel is broken, so just be careful that your equipment, whatever you're using to use to go underwater with, make sure that it's like intact, that it doesn't like bust open or something like that. If it's something busting open or busting out, someone is like coming out of the closet in terms of who they are, whether they're like a same sex, like they're into women, like they're finally coming out and telling people, okay, I'm into women, I'm into men, etc. All right, that's what it feels like to me. Okay. And there's like this need to just retire. Maybe somebody's thinking about retiring, and you know someone that's wanted to retire from work. Okay, but that's what you're feeling more so than also using your instincts about not really keeping yourself hidden, like who you are is what it feels like to, you know, revealing who you are to other people that may not have known much about you is what it feels like to me. Okay. You could have been undercover for whatever reason. I feel like you were that way because as a child, you were kind of sheltered. All right. Some of you were kind of sheltered and you didn't really know how to express yourself. So I feel like the best way you knew how to do it was kind of like, you know, like behind the scenes, not really in public, but like on social media, like, you know, modeling through pictures, etc., like things of that nature. Okay. Your sixth position, you have your accomplishments. Okay, this is you. You got the moon here. This is like about things coming to the surface, things coming to light. It could be like about you coming out, or this could be about someone else coming out, etc. With this, I feel like this feels like to me you've exposed something about yourself to people that's going to benefit them. A very interesting message. It's going to like benefit other people for whatever reason. So it's like, say you tutor kids and you want other people to come to your tutoring agency, like that's the kind of thing. Or you know someone that's doing this, or you could be finding out that someone has been stealing your information, or they're like someone else around you's information has been getting stolen somehow. I feel like through like credits, like credit cards, etc. Okay, someone has been trying to like bank accounts, go into like someone else's bank account information and take money out. That's what it feels like. Okay, with this though, you bought something that isn't working properly, so you're willing to take it back to the store. All right, maybe like a microwave. All right, something that you could, you know, that's big enough for you to carry, of course, that you're taking back to the store. If this is a car, I feel like if the car isn't working very good, you're willing to like take it back and get it fixed, like car fixings and things of that nature. Okay, but there is success with that. All right, you know, the car is acting up, make sure that you get it checked and fixed properly. Okay, your seventh position, you have your spiritual self. You have the Two of Fire here, patience. All right, you do have some spiritual blockage. All right, there's ways that you can unblock. all right, whether through meditation. There's also this need to ground yourself more. I feel like you are dealing with some kind of like spiritual attacks. Your dreams are possibly taking you over. You don't really know what they mean. I feel like you're confused about them, is what it feels like, okay? Or you could be dreaming about a fire sign, all right, like a romantic interest that was a fire sign. They could have passed. Or if this is someone that's living, you're dreaming about this person, all right? You're wondering, I feel like you're wondering why you're dreaming about you're having the same kind of dreams over and over again. I feel like you're having dreams about water, all right? You are a water sign, so you could be having dreams about like fountains, toilets, showers, what's it called, rain, like things like that you're dreaming about, okay? And it makes sense because those things have a lot to do with emotion, all right? Water is emotion for me, all right? And you are, everything water, so anything to do with emotions are associated with that, all right? So it's just right now it's not making any sense, but it will. Okay, I feel like some things have occurred that some of them, the dreams have made sense to you, but I feel like more things are coming up to the surface, like with the moon, that's going to make them even more prominent for you. Okay, in your 8th position you have your mentality. You have Ogun. This is the sign of Cancer. This is also this is the Chariot. Okay, with this I feel like there's like this need to pick up and leave. All right, something could have happened in your family, and you just want to like disappear, or hide under your pillow and cry. Is what it feels like to me. Okay. With this, I feel like you're not leaving someone behind though. All right. There's this need to like, you want to go, but you're not willing to leave behind someone. You don't want to let go of someone that you really love. Like it could be like a sister. They could be moving. All right. It could be like an aunt. All right, a cousin, etc. Okay, and in spring, there was an air of sadness there with that person, but I feel like you are trying your best to like pick up. You wish that you could have been there for that person during a time that they weren't well, or you wish that you could have done something a bit differently in terms of that. If this is a job, I feel like the position that you're in right now isn't really giving you enough. It's not giving you what you're looking for, what you need. All right, maybe they're cutting back. They could be laying people off, or you're finding out that people are getting laid off. All right, so just be very careful with that, like letting people go. All right, and I feel like if you do want to leave your job, someone is trying to get you to stay. All right, they don't want you to leave your job. Okay, so for your 9th position, you have change. What's changing around you? You have the 7 of air here. All right, you could be attached to an air sign, but doesn't matter. You do have some changes going on around you right now. With this, I do feel like travel. There's changes in traveling. Okay, maybe you're changing your travel plans. All right, maybe you're trying to see if you can leave a little later, if you can book your flight for Wednesday instead of Thursday. Like that's the kind of feeling that I get with this. With this, I feel like someone is trying to stop eating. I don't know if this is like eating too much or eating too much the wrong thing, is what I feel like, okay? Because maybe they just want to change their health around a little bit, is what it feels like to me, okay? And I also feel like they could be connected to someone who's like a vegan or a vegetarian and trying to see if they, is this the kind of lifestyle that I want? Do I really want to go this deep and like be a Presbyterian? That's the kind of feeling that I feel, just eat fish and vegetables and not drink any soda and things like that. All right, so that's all about really just changing your whole outlook in terms of your health. Okay, but I feel like you were also using an example from somebody else in your family, someone in your sphere of influence. Maybe their health kind of went south because of a diet, so now you're trying to change up your diet a little bit more. All right, possibly like walking out, drinking healthier, drinking like healthy shakes and things like that. All right. In your resolution, you have the 4 of water here. This is like being detached. emotionally detached. You could be emotionally detached from someone in your life right now. I don't think I don't think you're trying to do it on purpose. I just feel like it's just something that is needed right now, especially in terms of like closure. All right, it's you're trying to get closure, but you don't really want to be around anybody right now. You just want to just like retreat and get away from people. I feel like you have others around you who are trying to console you, who are trying to be there for you, but I don't think you want to be touched right now. Okay, so with this, I do feel like there's some kind of energy in terms of like defending yourself as well. All right, there is only one fish in this image right now, and that's you. All right, if you live alone, you live alone. Okay, you don't need to have anybody living with you right now. All right, it's the best thing for you. You feel it's the best thing for you to do right now. Okay, with this, I just feel like someone's finished. They've been through enough, and now that they're done is what it feels like to me. Okay, with this, this feels like to me you're interacting with someone who's saying they're finished with a job that they're at, and they could be like into like cosmetology, and they're saying, okay, I'm done with that. I don't want to do that job anymore. And it's making you feel like, you can't leave this job. I need you to keep that job so that you can bring in help us pay some rent here. You can't quit is what it feels like to me. All right, so it's like that's why you're needing to just like, you feel a little bit lost in terms of that your partner is supposed to be there for you and they're not. All right, but there is some healing going on, so don't worry too much about that. All right, okay then, Pisces, that concludes your reading. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that it was beneficial to you as well. If you would like a private reading with me, my information is on my page, on the main page. And also don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Okay, take care, Pisces. Bye.